This is example 8 from lesson R.5. We are solving some of these literal equations. When you're solving a literal equation, what you're really doing is you're rearranging a formula so that a different variable is on one side of the equals by itself. All right, so for part A, we have the formula A is equal to L times W. This is the area formula for a rectangle. And what we want to do is we want to solve it for L. So we want to change this equation from an A equals to an L equals. All right, so what we're going to do, since we're trying to get L by itself, we should probably divide that W away from it so that they will cancel out. And we're left with A over W is equal to L. And we're done. We've solved for L. All right, in B, we're going to need to be a little bit clever there because you'll notice I have 3 fractions there and I'm trying to solve for P. So I think the first thing I want to do is find out what that least common denominator is so that I can eliminate all these fractions. And I know I'm going to need an F in my least common denominator, and I'm going to need a P in my least common denominator, and I'm going to need a Q in my least common denominator, and well, that's all my denominators. All right, so the next thing I want to do is take each one of my individual terms and multiply it by the least common denominator. So I have 1 over F times F P Q over 1 equal to 1 over P times F P Q over 1 plus 1 over Q times F P Q over 1. All right, and now we'll go back and cancel whatever we can. The F in the denominator can cancel with the F in the numerator. That leaves me with 1 times PQ over 1. The P in the denominator will cancel with the P in the numerator. That leaves me with 1 times FQ over 1. And then the Q in the denominator will cancel with the Q in the numerator, and that leaves me with 1 times FP over 1. All right. Now, remember what I'm doing. I'm trying to solve for P. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the terms that have a P and move them to the same side of the equal sign. Now, this one has a P in it, so I'm going to leave it there. This one has a P in it, so I'm actually going to take it and I'm going to move it over here to this side of the equation. The FQ does not have a P, so I'm going to leave it where it is. All right, these two not like terms, so we have P times Q minus F times P equal to F times Q. All right, now I need to be a little bit clever here because I notice I have 2 terms with P's in them and they're not like terms, I can't combine them. So I'm going to do the next best thing. I'm going to pull out the greatest common factor, and the greatest common factor, or the one thing they have in common, is the letter P, or the variable P. All right, so I'm going to take a P, and when I take a P away from here, I'm left with Q, and then the minus sign. And when I take the P away from there, I'm left with the F, and then the other side, not affected. And now if I want to solve for P, all I need to do is divide by the parentheses there, because all of this will cancel, and we're left with P is equal to FQ divided by Q minus F.